Back to our channel. So in this video we are going to discuss the financial accounting 1 important short question and answers, which will be elaborated and which will become in the part A. Okay, whatever the theory questions we are having for the part A, that for 20 marks, this one video will be more than enough. Only the theory questions whatever you are having, that I am discussing in this video. So the students who are like learning the theory questions, minimum to minimum you need to learn the theory questions in part A. So for them this video will be useful. This is my handwritten notes and this is available in our Telegram channel for free of cost. All the links I have mentioned in the description box. So let's get into the video. First question you are having, objectives of accounting. Okay, so if they are asking objectives of accounting or functions of accounting or define accounting, you need to write the definition or meaning of the accounting. Compulsory. Accounting is the science of recording and classifying the business transactions. So what is mean by accounting? Accounting is nothing about the classifying, means dividing your business transactions and events primarily of financial character and the art of making significant summaries, analysis and interpretation of the transactions and events. See what is meant by accounting is nothing about the whatever the financial transactions you are doing in your organization, you are doing in the business, that type of financial related things you are maintaining in the terms of accounting. That is the meaning of the accounting. So what we will do in the accounting, we will classify the accounts, we will divide the account, we will finalize the balance sheet, we will get to know what is our position in the company, whether we are getting profit, whether we are getting loss, everything we will get to know in the accounting subject only. Okay, so whatever the transactions, whatever the events you are having, it will be communicated to form a new decision making, to form the decisions, to take the appropriate decisions. This accounting will be useful. See, when you get to know whether you are getting a profit, whether you are getting a loss, then you will take a good decisions, then you will take a accurate decisions, right? For that case also accounting will be useful. This is the must and should. You need to write these points in the 4 marks answer. Then what is the objectives of accounting? First one, to keep a permanent, accurate and complete record of business transactions. So accounting will be permanent, it should be correct, it should make to record your business transaction, whatever the expenses you are doing in the organization, whatever the incomes you are getting, everything you are recording in the business transactions, everything you are recording in the accounts. So that makes sense to get to know what are the things you are doing in the organizations. Clear? Next, to make records of income and expenses and losses in such a way that whether you are getting a net profit or loss, we will get to know. See, 100 rupees you are spending in your organization, 1000 rupees you are getting as an income. So you will get to know from where you are doing the expenses, where you are getting the incomes, whether you are getting a profit, whether you are getting a loss, everything you will get to know when you do the accounts only, So for that case also this will be useful. Next, to keep records of assets and liabilities, whatever the assets is nothing about the properties. For example, machinery is a asset, means if you purchase machinery, more than years you will use, like 5 years, 10 years, 25 years, like that you will use, that is a property. Furniture is a property, cash is a property. So assets and liabilities is nothing about the future repayments. If somebody is giving you amount, the amount whatever the person is giving is called creditors. You will not pay that amount right now, but in future you will pay to them, no? So assets and liabilities, what are the assets you are having, what are the depreciation you are having. Okay, so that kind of things also you will get to know in the help of accounts only. Next, it enables the businessman to review and revise its policies. Means whatever the past experiences he are having, by listing all that, he will interpret the records. Whatever the records he are having, he will check twicely. He will get to review. He will revise whatever the policies he are having. In previous, how much expenses he did. In future, how much expenses they will do. Like such kind of prediction also we can get to know with the help of these accounts only. And it provides the information for legal and as well as the tax purposes also. So objectives of accounting is nothing about the goals. Objective is nothing about the goals. So for this case, these are the objectives of accounting. For 4 marks, if they are asking means how I have wrote the same thing, you need to write it in the examination. Compulsory will get the full marks. Clear? Next you are having write about accounting concepts, or else they may ask the question like fundamental accounting concepts. Both are the same questions. Accounting concepts or fundamental accounting concepts is one and the same. So here also you can write the accounting meaning. So what is the fundamental concepts of accounts? First one, business entity concept. Business entity concept is nothing about the whatever the different types of businesses you are having, whatever the different types of owners you are having, all the transactions, all the business transactions will be in such a kind of thing. It will make all the transactions at one place. That is called business entity concept. Next one, dual aspects concept. Dual aspects concept is nothing about the whatever the dual transactions you are doing, that will result in some kind of benefits. Like for example, here assets is nothing about the, to calculate the assets, capital plus liabilities if you are adding means you will get the assets. If you want to calculate the liabilities, assets minus liabilities if you are doing means you will get the capital. This is the formula. Exactly how I have wrote, the same thing you need to write in the examination. For your concern only, for your purpose only, I have wrote the handwritten notes. Okay. Next one, going concern concepts. So going concern concept is such kind of assumptions. What it will do, until the company is getting dissolved, until the business is getting dissolved, till that time all this accounting rules and policies will be performed. Next you are having cost concepts. With the help of this accounting, you can reduce your cost, you can reduce your expenses. Cost is nothing about the expense only, yes. And the last one you are having money measurement concept. So money measurement concept is such kind of transactions or events in terms of money, whatever the money related transactions, whatever the money related terms you are including in the organization, all such kind of things will be recorded in the accounting books, so that you can make a sense of that what are the decisions you are doing in the future. So these are the fundamental concepts of accounting. Okay. Next, third question what is mean by debit note and credit note? So debit note is a document. What it will do, it is a bill or it is a invoice. Okay, when this debit note will be there means when it's sent to the person to hold goods turn return. Okay, so here you see a debit note is a document or a bill or a statement sent to the person to whom goods are returned or from an allowance is claimed. So when the goods are returned, okay, in such case we will get the debit note. Okay, so whatever the account is debited, okay, whatever the value of goods is returned, if you have returned means your account will get the debited amount, no? So for that case this will be having the debit note. Okay, so here here it is the information related to the debit note. Clear? Then what is mean by credit note? Opposite of that. So when the seller receives the goods from the purchasers along with the debit note, the seller has to, the same sending credit note will be the confirming message. Yes. So sorry. So credit note is something that seller will receive the, when seller is receiving the sales returns. Okay, when seller is receiving the sales return, that time he will allows the credit note to the purchaser. Okay, so we will call it as a credit note because customer account will be credited with some amount. So credit note is nothing about the sales return, debit note is nothing about the purchase return. Okay, so this is most important one. Next important one is bank reconciliation statement, that is BRS. BRS stands for bank reconciliation statement. Why we will do this bank reconciliation statement means whatever the cash book, whatever the passbook we are having, cash book and passbook, to tally both these accounts we will clarify this BRS. Whatever the payments you are doing, whatever the money you are receiving, whether it is getting tallied or not, whether the cash book and passbook is getting tallied or not, for such case we will do this BRS. With the help of BRS we can settle down the cash book and passbook. Sometimes they will ask what is the need of BRS. So first one to create the correct position in the bank balance. For example, I have deposited 100 rupees to your account. Okay, my account was debited, okay, but your account was not credited. Here cash book is not tallying, bank book is tallied. So because 100 rupees, whatever the different you are having, difference amount whatever you are having, to tally that we will do this BRS. To ascertain the correct position of your bank balance, we will do this BRS. That is the first point. Next, it will be helpful to identify your mistakes. Whatever the cash book and whatever the passbook mistakes you are having, for that case, this transactions will make sure to identify your mistakes, right? And it will be avoid to from the fraudulent act, whatever the scam, whatever the fraud documentation you are doing in the business transactions, it will helps to avoid such kind of things with the help of BRS. Next, you are having, it helps to reasons behind collecting the checks. So why you are having the delay in collecting the checks, to ascertain that reasons, also to get the reasons also, this BRS will be useful. If they are asking BRS means you need to write this okay. So it next one, it having the misuse and it will be helpful to identify what is the misappropriation, misguidance, misuse of your things. It will be to avoid such kind of things, this will be useful, and it will be helpful to correct your entries in the cash book. Whatever the inappropriate decisions they are having, to correct all that things in the cash book, this BRS will be useful. Clear? Next, you are having what are the causes of depreciation. Then what is meant by depreciation actually? So depreciation is nothing about the whatever the fixed asset. For example, ma simple thing, mobile phone you have purchased for 15,000 last year, okay, and this year you are getting an service that display was changed, you have changed your display, or you have changed your pouch, you have something damaged, battery problem you are having to your phone. So whatever the amount you are spending to solve that problem of your phone, that is called depreciation amount, the maintenance of that machinery, the maintenance of that asset, okay. So that will be the depreciation amount. So depreciation is something about the asset value is decreasing. If the fixed asset value is decreasing, then we will get the depreciation amount. Clear? So why depreciation will cause? What there are two causes, internal cause and external cause. Internal cause means inside the organization, due to war or tear of assets, due to wear and tear of assets. Wear and tear of assets means excessive usage of your fixed assets. Due to no storage, no usage of fixed, if you have not used that fixed asset also, you need to do the service. If you are not using AC in your house also, you every 3 months or every 6 months you need to do the service, no? So like that, same like that. Due to lack of maintenance, if you are not doing the maintenance, if you are having the change in production pattern, if you are having any technological development like outdated technology, if you are having, means you need to change that. So that is the internal causes you are having. What is the external causes of depreciation you are having, ma? The first one you are having, first one is the assets became outdated. For example, if you are using Nokia Dabba phone right now in the present technology, means will you use this YouTube, will you use the Instagram, will you use the news, online news? No. So due to outdated technology, due to outdated passions, due to outdated loss of demand, if you are using that kind of things, means this is the external cause. And next one, whatever the intangible fixed assets are there, like for example, goodwill is an intangible assets. Goodwill is nothing about which we can't see. Which we can't see is called intangible. So goodwill is a intangible asset. Like for example, reputation, brand of the company. Brand of the company we will not see, but it is a fixed asset. If you are having a good brand, if you are having a good review, that will leads to your profitability of your organization. So if the fixed assets, intangible fixed assets are decreasing, automatically your depreciation will also one of the main cause of the external in the depreciation. So these are the internal and external causes you are having in the depreciation. Next one, functions of accounting, ma. Here, maintaining systematic records. So whatever the systematic way of having the record, for example, if you are doing trial balance, if you are doing journal entries, whatever the ledger postings you are having, whatever the correct way of classifying that, whatever the correct way of calculating that, like that only we will use now. So everything will be of structured form of recording everything, that is called maintaining systematic records. Next, communicating final results, financial results. So it is helpful to communicate your financial information, either you are getting a net profit or a net loss. For that case this will be useful. Next, meeting legal requirements, whatever the legal tax purpose ganivandi, whatever the companies act, according to the companies act 2013, whatever the income tax act 1961, according to that legal requirements also this accounting will be useful. Next, you are protecting your business assets, whatever the properties of your businesses you are having, to protect that, this will be useful. To assistance you manage, to management, whatever the management you are having to assist, like for example proper planning, proper coordination, proper control over your organization, for that case also this will be useful. And like this type of things you need to write in the functions of accounting. Clear? Next, you are having what are the branches of accounting. The question may be asked is like types of accounting or branches of accounting. Types of accounting or branches of accounting is the one and the same question. So here, what are the different types of accounting means? First one, financial accounting. Financial accounting is also known as historical accounting, where it will deals the business related transactions, where it records, where it classifies, where it summarizes every business transactions related, whatever the day to day transactions you are having in the organization. They will prepare the trial balance, they will prepare the profit and loss account, they will prepare the balance sheet, so that it will calculate your financial position. Financial position is nothing about whether you are getting a profit or a loss. Next, you are having the cost accounting subject. This subject you will learn in your 5th semester. So cost accounting is nothing about the whatever the expenses you are doing, whatever the expenses you need to control in the organization. This subject basically deals with the cost, whatever the expenses you are doing in the organization. There are various methods to reduce your cost in the organization, that is another subject. Next one, management accounting, whatever the internal and external management you are having in the organization, to control that, this is the separate accounting concept you are having, for decision making, for planning, for controlling, for coordinating, for this kind of things. This will be there. And the last one, responsibility accounting. Responsibility accounting is nothing about the fulfillment of your accounting activities, whatever the business operations you are having, whatever the business task you are having, to fulfill that, this responsibility accounting will be useful. These are the various branches or various types of accounting you are having. Clear? Next important one, accounting equation. So accounting equation is nothing about the, it shows the relationship between the assets and liabilities and capital. So assets, liabilities and capital, whatever the relationship they are having, to show that, to represent that, this accounting equation will be there. So what is the asset formula we have discussed? Assets is nothing about the liabilities plus capital. Okay, if you add liabilities and capital, you will get the assets. To calculate capital, assets minus liabilities you need to do. To calculate liabilities, assets minus capital you need to do. So these are the accounting equation formula. Compulsory you need to mention the formula. Okay, how I have wrote the single rule in single rule book, how I have wrote the answers, the same way you need to write it in the examination. Clear? And what is mean by assets? Assets is nothing about the properties of the business. For example, machinery, cash, bank, debtors, like that. Clear? Liabilities is nothing about the future repayment. For example, bills payable, creditors, bank overdraft, taxation, like that. Clear? Next, what is meant by capital? Whatever the amount you are investing in the organization. For example, share capital, shareholders fund, equity shares, preference shares, this kind of things are called capital. Okay, next one, advantages of subsidiary books you are having. What are the advantages of subsidiary books? Only advantages they have asked. No, simply we need to discuss only advantages. So next you are having division of work. Whatever the work you are having in the organization, you are dividing according to the specialization. For example, X, Y are both are the employees. X is very well in the production department, Y is very well in the sales department. You are dividing the work according to their skills, according to their specialization. This will be helpful for the organization to finish their work in time. Clear? Next you are having cash and credit transactions. Whatever the cash and whatever the online transactions you are having, to identify all that, to identify it separately. For that case this will be useful. It takes less time to progress all the things. Okay, so whatever the postings, whatever the recording will be there, it takes in a less time, and it will be space for recording of transaction will also take the less space. Okay, to store that also. It takes very less place and less time. Okay, whatever the cash and bank balances you are having, it will provide the both the things. What is the cash you are having, what is the online bank is nothing about the online accounts, what is the online accounts you are having, everything it will detail, it will do. And quick reference is nothing about it, to take the quick decisions in the organization. This will be useful. So these are the various advantages of subsidiary books. Clear now? Next you are having the explain errors not disclosed by trial balance. Whatever the different types of errors you are having while preparing the trial balance, there are different types of errors we will do. What is mean by that type of errors is called, you need to display it. Okay, this is not much important, but we are discussing. First one, you are having errors of principle. This will occur, this errors will occur due to the errors of the principle, whatever the rules and whatever the regulations, policies you are having. For that case, this will errors will come. Next, errors of omission. It is nothing about the whatever the omission is nothing about the skip. If you forget to write that type of accounting skills, if you are skipping the transactions, for that case this errors of omission will be there, ma. Next you are having errors of commission. So it comes due to the wrong amount, wrong total amount if you are doing, means that type of things will become here. Next, compensation errors. Compensation errors will occur only the opposite of the accounts. Okay, so opposite account, opposite side, if you are getting any error, means that kind of errors is called compensation errors. Next you are having to write to wrong head of the side. For example, you need to write that expenses in the credit side, you need to write the expense in the debit side, but you are writing in the credit side, like opposite side you are posting. That type of errors is called writing to wrong head of account. It is one of the type of errors we do in the trial balance. Clear? Next you are having the bank reconciliation statement advantages. Why this BRS will be useful means, it will be helpful to identify your cash and passbook debit and credit balance, and it will be to show the equal balance. Just now we have discussed no need for BRS, so in the same case only we are having the advantages also. Clear? It will be helpful to find out your mistakes. It will be helpful to understand the position of your bank balance, position of your cash balance. For that case, you are having the advantages of this BRS. Clear? Next, you are having the differences between bookkeeping and accounting, most important one. And there are different types of differences you are having. So bookkeeping is nothing about the which you are maintaining like manually. Okay, so it is a recording space. Accounting is nothing about, it will record, it will classify, it will summarize, it will analyze every transaction in the organization. That is the first difference. Second difference is nothing about the bookkeeping has a limited scope, it has a wider scope. It will require to the special skill. It bookkeeping will not require any special skills, but accounting needs the special skills. Like accountants only will do. Okay, so that kind of differences you are having. Next, it will does not help the legal formalities, it will be help with the legal formalities. You are having any legal formalities means accounting will be helpful. It will not provide any information related to the managerial decision making, whatever the decisions, but it provides the information. It has no branches, it has several branches like cost accounting, responsibility man accounting, and cost control management accounting, like different types of accountings you are having here. Clear? Next, you are having general proper, most important one for 4 marks. So general proper is nothing about the whatever the transactions you are having any subsidiary books. So that kind of things will be entered in general proper. Whatever the opening entry, whatever the closing entries, whatever the adjustment entries you are having, such kind of things are called general proper. So it is also known as special general. The another name of general proper is special general. So what is the pro forma of that, ma? Date, particulars, LF, debit and credit. Clear? Journal entries. We know no journal entries. How we will record the journal entries? Whatever the opening balance you are having, whatever the closing stock you are having, whatever the adjustment entries you are having, whatever the transfer entries you are having, according to that we will enter the general proper. Yes, like this you need to write it in the examination point of view. Clear? Next, you are having what do you mean by cash book and passbook? Cash book is something which you are having the cash bills, cash receipts, all the cash related things I am maintaining in the cash book. Bank passbook is nothing about the whatever the banker like to its customer, like whatever the customer's account is there, it will copy everything. For example, you are having the SBI account. Okay, we will have one book, banker will have one book. Whatever the transaction we are getting, we will get the notification. In bank also we will get the notification. So like that, they will have the cash book and bankers will have the passbook. So these are the two different things you are having, cash and passbook, most important one. And what are the four differences? You need to write it. First one, when checks is issued but not presented, so that time we will having the check the causes and reasons behind the differences between cash book. Why it will not get tallied means, but checks issued but not credited, but not presented for the payment. You have issued 100 rupees to me, but it was not credited. So like that. Next, interest or dividend directly collected by the bank, that type of things will call cash book and passbook will show the differences. When checks deposited in bank but not collected, that type of things if you are having means, you will have the difference in the cash book and passbook. When payments made by the bank, like bank charges or any type of overdrafts or any type of interest, that kind of things if you are doing means, you will get the difference between cash and passbook. Next, you are having money measurement concept. Money measurement concept and business entity concept. So you are having money measurement concept, just now we have discussed in the previous things. It is nothing about the whatever the terms of money you are having, which can be expressed in the terms of money, that kind of things will be recorded in this money measurement concepts. Okay, only money related concepts you are having means, you will mention in this concept. Business entity concept is nothing about it, whatever the different form of individuality you are having, whatever the different form of owners you are having, whatever different form of parties you are having in the organization, all such kind of business related transactions will be recorded in this entity. So that is called business entity concept. Clear? Next one, you are having stages of accounting. What are the different stages you are having? So what is mean by accounting? Accounting meaning whatever the first answer we have understood, we have explained, the same answer accounting meaning you need to write first. After writing the meaning, you need to write the steps. Step number 1, there are 6 stages. Step number 1 is identifying your transactions. Second one is journalizing. After journal entries, we will do the past journal entries. Posting, you will post it in the ledger. What we will do first, you will identify your business transactions, then you will do the journal entries. After that, then you will keep the ledger accounts, then you will prepare the trial balance, then you will prepare the trading account, then you will prepare the P&L account, then you will prepare the balance sheet. Yes, this is how we have learned in the chapters also, no, whatever the problematic you have learned in the subject. First we will do journal entries, then trial balance, then journal entries, then ledger, then trial balance, then trading account, P&L account, balance sheet. So these are the 6 stages of accounting you are having. Next one, journal and ledger differences, you need to write it. Only any 3 or 4 or 5 maximum. 4 or 5 differences is more than enough. Like how I have shown in my handwritten notes, the same way you need to show it in the examination point of view. Clear? Next one, you are having advantages and disadvantages of ledger. So why ledgers is useful means, it will be helpful to prepare your final accounts. Okay, it will be helpful to whatever the business details you are having, to identify that. This will be helpful. It will be helpful to identify your actual value of the asset. Okay, it will be helpful to easy understand your amount of clarifications. For this kind of things, ledgers is the various advantages you are having. But there are having many disadvantages also. For example, whatever the transactions you are doing, whatever the postings you are doing, it will have the difficult to understand it, and it will have some errors, and it will be directly cannot be identified. It will have anyone like unsafe, because many persons can handle this ledgers, no. So security priority, like that. So this is the disadvantages you are having, like that you need to write it. So, and branches of accounting, already we have discussed. Branches of accounting or types of accounting is one and the same. What we have discussed: types of accounting, financial accounting, cost accounting, responsibility accounting, managerial accounting. Yes, gurtunda. So this type of concepts you are having in the Part A theory question. The students who watched the video from first to this till end, you will score 20 marks, because in Part A, out of 8 questions, minimum to minimum, they will give 5 questions theory only. That 5 questions will be covered from this PDF only. Whatever the handwritten notes I have done, from that only they will do. Okay, so don't concentrate much on problematics for 4 marks. Concentrate only on theory. Okay, so I hope let me know in the comment section how many members watched the video till end, whether the explanation is understandable or not. Please don't mind about my voice. I'm suffering with some fever and cold, so if you're having any disturbance with my voice means I'm extremely sorry. And this PDF is available in our Telegram group for free of cost. Again, I'm saying no need to buy any membership videos, no need to get any paid notes from different channels. Follow only one channel, whatever the channel you are getting the knowledge. Okay, so that's it, ma. If you're having any doubts related to this video, let me know in the comment section. And how many members want this explanation in Telugu? Like తెలుగులో కూడా చాలా మందికి ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ వినాలని ఉంటుంది కదా, వాళ్ళకి ఎవరికైనా కావాలి తెలుగులో చెప్పండి అంటే ఐ విల్ డూ ద ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ వీడియో ఇన్ తెలుగు ఆల్సో. సో అది కూడా మీరు కమెంట్ సెక్షన్లో చెప్పండి. అండ్ ఆల్ ది వెరీ బెస్ట్ ఫర్ యువర్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ యువర్ ప్రిపరేషన్. ఆల్ ది వెరీ బెస్ట్. సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకున్నారని అనుకుంటున్నాను. ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్లో కూడా నాకు మెసేజ్ చేయొచ్చు. All the links I have mentioned in the description box. Clear? See you all in next video. Bye bye, students.